Hey, welcome back, ball fans. Let's just jump right into things today because we're already getting some news out of the transfer portal, or in this case, maybe into the transfer portal ball.
hmm on the Tennessee side of things, looks like Mo Clifford, a backup offensive lineman that hasn't had a whole lot of traction on the depth chart, has entered the portal. Um, and Also Warren Burrell, corner. Uh, I think I mentioned in the last video that I thought he might be a candidate.
You did, Bob. I think both of those positions we're going to see more continued people jumping in at those spots. Offensive line, defensive backs were heavy with some guys who, quite honestly, just not getting a lot of playing time.
And I wouldn't be shocked if we don't have about 8 to 12 guys leave in the portal.
The majority of those guys will be encouraged to.
Yeah, and hopefully every one of them that does leave are ones we hope.
I mean, you don't really lose guys.
You know,
So far,
Pierce or Dylan Sampson.
yeah. So far, we've been fortunate in that we've not really lost a lot that we wanted to keep.
Yeah. Well, last year we did a video on did we win or lose the portal, and we lost a couple guys we didn't want to lose, but we gained a lot of guys we wanted.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure how many we lost that we didn't want to lose though.
I just one or two. I mean, it was
We had what's the name with Oklahoma
right.
in a late odd thing, but other than him,
McNeil went up to Colorado, and I reckon he led them in sacks this year. And he was just a sophomore, so he probably been somebody who would
that's true. He was somebody that's going to be young and could play.
Yeah, he was a true sophomore. I mean, he probably would have been some in the rotation the next 2 years here. I mean, if he went out there and led them, I think he had like 7 sacks maybe. So I mean, that's pretty good, pretty good. But on the incoming guys now, we've got 2 guys who we believe has been offered, and there's probably been a lot more that hasn't surfaced as far as public.
Oh, definitely.
Now, the first one, a guy named Remington Strickland, who is a backup offensive lineman for Texas A&M, probably an interior guy, center, offensive guard.
Yeah, I think he's only played guard this far when he played.
Right.
I mean, it's hard to get on behind that Dallas Cowboy line out there at A&M.
Yeah, right. That was a little bit of a head scratcher for me. I sure hope the coaches know what they're doing. I mean, they obviously know more about football than I do. But
Definitely. And they've watched this kid, I'm sure, a lot more than me if they've watched one snap of him.
Yeah.
He's a 4-star offense coming out of high school, but he's been there 2 years. He's been on the field total like 53 snaps or something like that over a 2-year period on the offensive line that sucked ass.
yeah. So yeah, we don't know.
We're really excited about this one.
Yeah, we're excited about that. The next one would be one we definitely want, at least from a fan perspective anyway. A guy named Marley Cook. He's a defensive tackle at MTSU at 6'2", 298.
Yeah, and he is somebody we're going to fight for. We're Rington Strickland is getting some, and I don't want to badmouth him too much. He can knock me across the field any day of the week. But you know, he's getting Houston's, Illinois, Vanderbilt. Marley Cook is getting Ohio State, maybe Florida. Pretty much, he'll have his pick where he can go.
Right.
He's like Bob said, out of MTSU, and he's at a spot that we mentioned the other day that if we take one on the defensive line, depending on who goes into who leaves on the COVID years, defensive tackle's a spot that we'll probably go after.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of MTSU, they have a coaching vacancy, and they have apparently contacted one of our coaches, defensive coordinator Kim Banks. Now, there's some different rumors out there about how much interest both ways, but there has been some interest.
We definitely have been talking, and we'll see over the next few days if this gains traction, or if one or both of them decide to go in a different direction. I know Banks wants to be a head coach. I don't know if he's shown enough at this point to be qualified for that spot. Honestly, there's a lot of Tennessee fans that love to see him go. That's really not a good indication, though, of really how good you're doing your job most of the time. A lot of times, fans only see you 3 hours on Saturday and don't see all the issues you're having to deal with to get to where you are.
Yeah, I'm kind of mixed on Banks as far as, being a coordinator. Sometimes he looks great, and then there's times
Train wreck.
South Carolina, Florida. I mean, there's about 3 or 4 games the last 2 years, I'm thinking, wow, I could have probably come up with a better scheme. Or most people on this watching this video probably could have, or at least made some kind of adjustment
Yeah.
to stop the bleeding. And we seem to have no idea. Those type games are just blows your mind and can really ruin your perception as a defense coordinator.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens with him and MTSU.
Yeah. Main thing is, though, the team is still practicing, getting ready for bowl season. Tomorrow, bowl invitations go out, Bob.
Yeah.
And I think most people, it's pretty unanimous that we're probably going to the Gator Bowl down December 29th. Carolina, rematch of 2010.
Yeah, North Carolina would be probably the team we would be playing. If there is kind of some information to come out here recently that it could be the old Outback Bowl, the Volquest Bowl, which in that game might be Notre Dame. A lot of people have, some people have like LSU Notre Dame, and that might be the whole Kelly thing, the reason why that might not work out for them.
Well, I mean, first off, if Jaden Daniels skips it, which I would assume he would,
Right.
then LSU has a lot less appeal. And to be quite honest about it, if I'm Kelly without Jaden Daniels, I'm probably not wanting to face the team I left 2 years ago.
You got beat. It
We
always
need to get drilled by, because that's probably what would happen. But really, a lot has for this game to happen, or the Music City Bowl, which has been put out there also. It really is going to depend on how well the Southeastern Conference does in the bowl selections.
Mm-hmm.
How many guys do we get in that college football playoff and the New Year's Six Bowl?
A lot of stuff that's going to go on today will determine this thing.
The pecking order is it's on skates today.
We'll know a pretty good idea probably late tonight and early tomorrow what's going to go on. One other little small piece of information I meant to mention with Banks. There is some rumors out there that our DB coach Martinez could retire at the end of the season. And, he was the only coach that didn't receive an extension last year, which tells you that they probably wasn't super happy with him.
Or he had already told him that Metro will be last year.
Could be.
So it could be the one.
Yeah, could be.
Most likely, Martinez probably won't not be back this coming year.
Right.
And I would base that just on the fact he didn't have a contract extension a year ago. Then you put the other rumors on top of it, and it seems to verify that.
True.
Of course, we say DB coach, but he only coached the corners.
Yeah.
Tim Banks had those safeties. When you have two stalwarts like he always has there, it's
Yeah. He refuses to take out the field.
Yeah.
But that's probably my biggest gripe with Banks right there. But anyway, it's another story there.
yeah. We won't dive too much into that.
Come on, how about playing somebody with some talent every now and then? A backup, don't let your senior play a 70-point win.
And you pull them off the field like
Yeah,
the game.
they complain about, hey, we need guys with some experience. Well, give them some experience. But anyway. All right. Well, I think that's about all, guys.
Yeah. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Leave comments. What do y'all think going tomorrow?
Yeah.
And tell us, do you want to keep Banks, or you hope he does able to go and move into a head coaching job that he wishes, to if he wants to.
All right. Go Vols.
Go Vols.